everybody. Just getting this camera set up properly. So, I haven't done an application video in a while, so I thought I would do one. I'm working on an application right now. I've already started, so you can see that I've already got 2 wraps on. So I'm only going to do 1 wrap here while I'm doing it, and I'm looking at putting on this metallic chrome, so on the other 3. So I'm going to do one of my nails here, and maybe I'll do this guy here that's a little bit longer. So for me, in this case, with this my ring finger, I tend to use this wrap right here, and I tend to just like do a small little trim because my finger is just a little kind of off. So it's not quite the size of the wrap. So the first thing that I do is I take my wrap, and I'm going to do this best so that you can see what I'm doing. Take my wrap.
Hannah's here.
Yes, Hannah's here. And I cut it in half. And I do my best. I try not to touch the back at all. If I'm going to touch the back at all, I just touch it at the tip. When I put together my packages from my anybody that purchases from me or any of my houses, I always include the orange stick. The orange stick is great as a little tool for that. So you should the big thing is making sure that you're not touching on the sticky part that's going to go on your skin. Now, in my case, I tend to cut it by eye, but sometimes if you have nails that are just a little bit not quite the same size, you can take a little piece of, like, say, Scotch tape and make a little template. I just kind of trim it up by eye because I know that I just have to take a little tiny piece off. So I just shave that little piece off, and it's because my nails are a little lopsided, so I have one side that just kind of doesn't quite sit properly. So you'll see I just shaved a little bit off. So it is just not quite the rounded. Oh, I've got a little weird spot right there. So when I do, I just kind of trim it a little bit. I trim it by eye. And that's just because I'm kind of used to doing it, but as you do it. So you'll see I'm still touching only the spot that's going to get shaved off. Get out of here, Hannah. So I've got my little heater here. This is a metallic wrap. So it's a really quick, like I'm just going to pop it in front of the heater just for a sec, not very long. Metallics are and you'll see that it's curled right up. Metallics are very, very sensitive. And so then I'm going to place it on the nail. And I want to get it on the nail, and I want to get it as close to the cuticle as possible without going over. And so I just kind of, because if I don't get it quite right, oh, there we go. So I've got it I've got it right on there. So now it's on there. I'm going to just smooth it out, and you'll see, Hannah, get out of here. That I often will take my little cuticle spoon, and I'll just heat it up slightly, and I'll use that because it gives a nice finish, and you just work through pushing it, because I want to get all the wrinkles and bumps out. And that kind of digs right in. You can use the purple cuticle pusher. The cuticle spoon is great because you can kind of heat it up a little bit. So it's just a little bit warmer, so it helps with the getting those little wrinkles out. And with metallics especially, I take a little bit more time to really push those wrinkles out because the metallics, just the texture of the wrap and the thickness of the wrap, it's a little more sensitive. So you can see I've got this pushed onto my nail, so it's all smoothed out. And then I'm just going to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to take my file, and it's a kind of a 90 degrees, so I'm going to go right up and down 90 degrees until it's ready to pull off. So I've got it pulled off, and you can see that I still have a little bit of a bubble on the one side, so I'm going to heat a little bit and just keep on smoothing until it's really smoothed out. So I'm pulling, using my cuticle spoon just to really push that bubble out. And so I'll sometimes heat a little bit as I go. And then to finish it off, wherever I put it, I have my glass nail file, which I seem to have, oh, there it is. I take my glass nail file, and because I don't want it to snag, so I'll just take my glass nail file, and that just kind of finishes off. So, that's it. There we go.